All right, I think we are finally back. I'm hoping we're finally back. We better be back after all that crap. All right, so I was on the wrong router. I got this Litecoin Miner over the weekend. It is a wireless router as well, and it decides every once in a while that it wants to connect to my computer, and I got to make sure I get that to where it doesn't do that ever again. Find it. Can't route. Auto join off. Okay. There we go. Now it should not join it ever again. So I don't know how this Litecoin miner works. I'm still trying to figure it out. I really don't think it will. I think it's just crap. But it's just a thing that plugs into your wall, and it plugs into LAN cable, and it says that it mines Litecoin, and you have to have the app for it. And you got the app for it, and the app for it is primarily called Amp Pool, and it looks like it's primarily for huge Bitcoin miners, not little Litecoin miners. I went to Profit or to Worker or to Dashboard. It says that they're not configured, but then again it says they are configured, and that's all Litecoin. But if I go to Smart Pool, then it's like there's no workers. So I don't have anybody working for me, so I am not making any money whatsoever mining this Litecoin by having this thing plugged in. So it's worthless. That's all I want to say. Number one thing, also I wanted to drop in some news here really quick. Let me see if I can't bring it over here to this. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this go around or not. This Tron event. It's people will send you a link and they will say, "Hey, check it out. Tron is sending out 4,000 free Tron to anybody who signs up." So what you do is you go in and you put in your Tron wallet, or you put in your a wallet that has Tron or whatever it is, and then you hit access account. And then once you do that, I'm just gonna do it here. Look, it says you have 4,000 Tron, and I even told somebody about it yesterday, and so I guess they did it too. So now I have 4,100 Tron, right? And then so it says sharing date, the 5th of May, 2021. Now, if we actually think about this, this can't be at first I thought it was legitimate, because I was like, Tron, I was like, that's like nothing. I was like, 4,000 Tron is probably like a couple bucks. I forgot, I honestly forgot Tron has been on like the up and up lately. So if we do take a look at Tron, and see how much Tron is right now. 0.1442. 0.1442. So let's say 4,000 times 0.1442 is about $576. I'm sorry, but I'm not for sure who's giving away $500 to every single person who just sends out this link. Seems a little bit questionable to me, doesn't it to you? Wouldn't you be questioning that? So be careful if you get this. I have not heard anything about it. I have not, and people are saying there is a Telegram channel where it says Telegram bot here. So there is a Telegram channel to it, and unfortunately you won't be able to see my Telegram unless I actually pull it up. But everybody's asking, you know, when they can share it. This spot kind of event. This okay. Here's what it's saying. The TRX income bot. This bot gives you TRX for performing tasks. Kindly wait. Visit tronevent.com for more details. Oh, it was a lot different than yesterday. Yesterday it was actually a chat room. Okay, now it says welcome to Tron Event Bot. Kindly follow this step-by-step guide to become a full member to reward your upline if you have one. So subscribe to the channel. So now you have to subscribe to a different Tron event channel. Alright, thanks for participating in our campaign. Please select the payment method you prefer. Okay. I want to request payout by myself on distribution day. I want automatic payout on distribution day. What? I don't know. I want to request payout by myself. I want automatic payout on distribution day. I want to request it by myself. Okay, but the thing is that that's just a poll. It's an anonymous poll. It doesn't give you anything else. So I guess maybe they're just trying to get an idea of how many people either want to request a payout by themselves, or if they want it automatically paid out on distribution day. So whichever that means. Find more at our website, tronevent.com. So we have been to tronevent.com. Was right here. So all I'm saying, I don't know if this is legit or not. I'm just saying be careful. Here it's saying get Binance wallet. Here it's saying get Bybit wallet. It's looking like I mean, it looks kind of legit. I just don't know who's paying out $500 per person. That is my little Tron from my actual Tron app. I actually have the Tron app. Task bonus. Here's the thing, is that you may have to do tasks to get this account balance over. I don't know. Other people yesterday in the chat room, people were saying that you weren't able to remove the Tron just yet until this 5th of May date for some reason. So again, not 100% sure what it is, not 100% sure what you can do about it. Just be careful about giving out your information over the internet. Even though I know it's just a crypto wallet, and who knows, maybe these people have access and they can hack a whole thing. Good thing I gave them a wallet that has absolutely nothing in it and is never going to have anything in it, so I'm not too worried. If I were you, I would probably do the same thing. Maybe even make up a wallet. At the Cash App, you can get a wallet like that. You can request a new wallet and they'll give you a new wallet. So even though I don't know about a Tron wallet that. I know they give you Bitcoin. Who knows? But yeah, just letting you know about that. Don't get scammed. Next thing I want to tell you about is more me developing and getting my name out there, getting the brand out there. Odyssey. I don't know if you guys have heard of Odyssey or not. Odyssey is a really cool website. It is basically it will replace YouTube if people like us see it the way we want to see it, right? So this pays you out in library tokens, right? And library tokens, so it's basically just like, whoever wants to search for your material, if you put out your material out there and somebody subscribes to you and they watch your stuff, the ad revenue comes through. The ad revenue is distributed through library tokens to get distributed to you, and then therefore you make money through library tokens. So let's go back to Tron event and let's crypto market cap. That move anything around? Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I know I'm taking forever today, guys, but all right, there we go. Just had to stretch it out a little bit. Okay, so what Odyssey is, I think library token, right? So which I believe are LBRY. Man, my internet is just being stupid lately. LBRY. BB. BRY. BRY. There we go. Library credits. So, this is how it pays you. So, you can purchase library. I don't even think you. Well, I guess you can purchase library tokens. I really don't know where you could. I'm sure there's places you can purchase like it's Bittrex and Coinex are the places that have library tokens. So that's cool. But Odyssey is a platform just like YouTube, anything else like that. And what it does is if you go to, you can search for me, search for my channel, Bodies and Wicks. It has a couple of my videos. I'm trying to slowly get them transferred over because well, first I need to get 300 subscribers. So if you're watching this, please subscribe, because I need to have 300 subscribers, which is way better than the 4,000 that YouTube requires. And that's it. I think it's just 300. I think it's just 300 subscribers, and once you get the 300 subscribers, and then you're eligible to receive the library tokens payout. So you could check it out. Really cool. Like I said, it's just like the YouTube of what we want. You have somebody that you like, you want to follow them. Mine's always plastered by the quartering. I don't know if you know who he is, but great blogger. And just other it's actually a lot of pretty familiar people, to be honest. Check it out. Check out Odyssey. Also check out BitLink. even though I know it looks like that. Bitlink, also has most of my videos too. That links directly to my YouTube. So also there's a Facebook group that I just started, so check me out. I'm trying to expand across the interwebs and trying to get everything going. Lastly, Mines. Again, sign up for Mines, please. My link, I believe, of Mines is in the the description. But Mines is awesome because it pays you in crypto as well, just like Odyssey does. Except for this is more like a Facebook type tool, right? So it has like different groups and stuff like that. I started my own group. If you guys want to come check it out, and especially for people that like technical analysis, I call it technical analysis for crypto traders. And so my last one was about Neo, the Saving Grace, which we'll get into Neo in just a little bit. And I talk about yesterday. Here, this is funny. Look, I talk about Ethereum looking bearish, and I say, look, it's probably gonna get around 1922. Around here, I say 1922 is what I said. And then it wasn't even a couple hours later. Where did it get to? I don't know. Here, I'll actually show you whenever we go back to the actual browser. I think it was just above 2,000. Here, and I'll get my face off the screen too, that way you guys can actually watch it or actually see it and not see my face for once. Find out. Oh, wrong one. There it is. All right, I'm gonna transition myself off of here, guys, so you guys can see where the Ethereum is, and then we'll talk from there. Yeah, look at the low. The low hit exactly 2,000. That is insane. Exactly 2,000. I mean, if we want to line this up and look at the low up here, the upper left-hand corner, it literally says 2,000. That is crazy. So, what happened yesterday? I'll tell you what happened. A bunch of people with a bunch of money decided to sell and also leverage trade down at the same time, and put themselves in a better position to buy back up at of course, at 2,000. They knew the number, or else it wouldn't have been exactly 2,000. If it had been a random number, if it would have been anybody else, it would have been 1988 or 2005 and 62. Instead, it was exactly 2,000. Exactly 2,000. So, who can actually stop price at exactly 2,000? People with a lot of money that can control the markets. The markets are manipulated. Get that in your head. That is the first thing you should realize, and thing you should always realize: the markets are manipulated, right? And this just proves it. So luckily I caught it down here, and I caught a good bounce, and got a good leverage trade on the way up. Made 150 bucks off of it. So that being said, I know a lot of people, I know what questions on a lot of people's minds are, okay, so how do we prevent this from happening in the future? Or how do we know, or kind of get an understanding of when something like this might happen? And that's a good question. And my answer to that is going to be, well, Ethereum had been on a roll lately, I'm on the 5-minute. Let me get to the hour. Disconnect. Never mind. I'm just not gonna mess with it right now. Anyways, as we see, Ethereum had been having trouble, or around the 1900 mark, 2000 mark for a while. Primarily 1900. It could barely even bust that. You can see this orange line is 1904. So, and this is going back March, then once we finally busted through that 1900 mark, it was like a whole new level. It went to a whole new trading level, right? So goes to a whole new trading level, fine, but gets you up to 2140, 2150. Of course, it makes a fall. What do you expect? There's always going to be a pullback. I don't expect everything to always just continue rising. Expect these things, right? That's why you don't buy up at the top, right? That's why, especially when I see something like this and I 2150, everybody's like, get in now, or get left behind. I'm like, I'm gonna wait because it's probably gonna fall. So it fell, and then that's when it made a huge run. Came up here. What we're gonna do is we are going to pick this apart little by little. Now, here's where, before it all fell, when it was way up here yesterday, before I left and ran and did a bunch of errands, I thought we were going here, right where it says we're going here to this price, 2190, 2171. To me, that just seemed logical if we're going to continue going in a bullish manner, right? So you had this as your last high, right around 2199, right? That was your last high before it kind of dips, and then it just takes off, right? And then you usually see like something like this, right? Boom. So from this, it's just kind of a consolidation through here, and then here's the last high, and then boom, from that consolidation up here, that's where I put my fib. So since that's where I put my fib, a lot of people expect to look at it. It already came down to 64 or 62%. 61.8, whatever you want to call it. Boom. Already came down to 61.8. Came back up, right? And then didn't break the high. So that should tell us something. That should tell us something. That should tell us that if we hit a level that primarily, especially in Fibonacci, would drive us to the next level, would take us even higher, and it doesn't. Instead comes back lower. That's when you got to be looking out to where, okay, where is this thing going now? Now it's bearish. At this point, it's bearish. So I was thinking it. I personally, I thought it was going to come here. One, because it would get below the original, this high area, where it started from. So I just thought it was going to get below that. To be honest, I just thought it was going to get below. I didn't think it would actually, and plus there's order block over here. So I didn't think it would probably get that either. So, but one thing I didn't take into consideration was liquidity. So we had liquidity going from here to here. And a lot of people probably had it's buy limits from there to there. Where did it actually go to? So it went to, I can see it right now. This red candle here is top of it. To the top of that red candle. So that was the last. Actually, it probably went to the body of it. It did. Almost went to the body of it. So that was your last bearish order block before, boom, it took off. So sometimes it's kind of hard to know which bearish order block it's going to go hit. And that's just a difficult thing. But if you have it marked out, and you know that there are bearish order blocks in these areas, and that's where I had this one marked out, and that's why I thought this would probably be the. Luckily, I didn't have a buy limit or anything like that set, but whenever I knew the sky was falling, and how I knew the sky was falling, again, I used Gate.io as my my exchange. It lets me know anytime that there's a 10% change in any asset. So it just, there are tons and tons of notifications coming about 10% changes falling. So at that point, I turned around and looked, and I saw that Ethereum was at a very, very, very low, and I just decided to leverage buy. I got in at 2006. Wow. I got in right at the beginning. Did not expect that. Got in at 2006. It got all the way up, and I had a 0.02, which means that for every dollar I made $2. So it got all the way up to it, 6, which means it would have got 2106. Wow, I could have made so much. That's just chickens. It came to here, right? It came to here, and then it started falling backwards, and that's when I got scared. I jumped out. I made 160, and it could have, and I could still be holding on to this. I would be fine. 400 over $500 times time, especially when you have nothing to lose. Maybe sometimes just put it all on the line. I don't know, but no, I wouldn't suggest that. I would suggest take any kind of winnings you have. I would say that that's a very, very good win. 160 bucks. Small, but still enough to keep me trading. So that was the cool thing. But the thing is now that it actually fell and got all the way down here and hit that order block, bounced all the way back up, right? Comes back down, right? And okay, so now we're still on the hour. So now let's get on the 5-minute. Start studying this. Here we go. Where thought we had a bearish order block. Thought we did. Turns out we really didn't. Comes down, hits the bearish order block, and it's thinks sideways for a second, then boom, goes right down. Where'd it go down into? Down to this little gap right here. Made another gap at the same exact spot. That gap hit the bottom of it, came back out, and went boom right through the bottom of it again, came up, touched it, back out. But this one was tough to track. Tough to track because of which direction. I couldn't figure out which direction it wanted to go. My thing was that since it fell, and it fell really hard fast, that since it did pick up and pick up so fast, that we were gonna have another fall. We're gonna have another fall, and that the people that bought in late were gonna be the people that got screwed out because it was fall way below their stop loss and pick them. That's why I did not buy at all. Well, at least at this, or at least for the rest of the duration of Ethereum, because I knew it was probably gonna make some kind of fall. I just didn't know how or didn't know. But either way, Ethereum on its way up. What to expect from it now? Question. Gap up in here. Gap. One hour, there's a gap. So it's gonna be being pulled toward that direction. Watch out when it hits this area here. I wouldn't be surprised if it does fall back a little bit. Is on through. I wouldn't expect it to fall back, especially all the way back down. But possibility. There's a possibility. Right now, where is the Fibonacci set? Good question. Spot to where it's at. That would make current spot that I'm talking about above the 120%, above the 150. Clearing that liquidity just above that, right around the 100. That's what I would be looking for. Here, this is actually I would be looking for right here. Doubled, even though I know we are in the hour, so that's the cool thing, right? So the bottom of this on the hour, I'm not going to use the body of it here. Two things. For one, 100%. So double. The wrong button. I always do that. Calm it down a little bit. Right, so there's double. Here is 127%. So where it's at right now, the double, clear this liquidity right here. What it's going to do, look, it's right on that bearish order block. You see this green candle right here? Candle is the bearish order block. So it could come up, clear that liquidity, boom, turn around, find whoever. By that time, the price action could be making who knows what. Find some area in that price action, turn around, and then go back up. But I have a feeling that drop was a pretty good one-time thing. I don't think Ethereum get much lower. I mean, we could see it get back to the 1800s. You know, maybe a little bit later on. But as for now, as the way this thing has been moving, I do not see Ethereum getting close to anywhere near that kind of thing. And here, if we take every single indicator that I like to use and we throw it on here, let's see what we got. Buy here, buy here, buy here. We're also all saying buy at the same time. Right at the bottom here. Fractals or fractal part of it. Funny, you got fractal sync long up here and close, long and close. Once it actually gets down, fractal should have a long down. Be careful with the fractal hater if you ever use. But I do like using these two, the stochastic and money flow. Open it, stochastic together. Really work well. Crossed into a little bit later. This one crossed them green, right around an area. Showing good momentum upward. Triangle here. Take off the fractal. Red dots or anything like that. Market cipher down here. Fine. Momentum is actually picking up. Look, the momentum switching right at the same time as your open interest money flow, right? Starting to flip, well as your stochastic open interest is starting to. You also have your wave crosses. Wave crosses are also coming up, starting to cross over of the 50 line. Euro line, I should say. So everything is looking good here with Ethereum. Looks like we're on pace to start making some good moves, or at least be on the pace to go upwards. Again, Korea here, what I would be looking at, coordinates 2366, 2341, $20 in there. I would be looking at what's gonna happen whenever it gets pullback, or it just go straight on through. But that's where my eyes would be. That area. Anyways, all right, on to Bitcoin. Everybody loves Bitcoin, so why not do Bitcoin? What we were gonna do for everything else. So, anyways, what I was talking about last week, what I found was interesting was we did find this breaker here. Go all the way across, right? So of course it came down, boom, lower low, came up into the breaker. What did it do when it come up into the breaker? Got rejected, came down, and then broke lower. So it broke lower for this liquidity here. Then once it came back up, boom, formed another breaker. And then instead of actually getting stopped by the breaker, this is what I found interesting. Had a breaker right here. So no, that was mitigation. Sorry, my bad. That's mitigation. It's a low, a high, or a low. That was mitigation. Mitigation here, and instead of actually stopping at the mitigation, had boom, stop here at mitigation, boom, stop here at mitigation, boom, stop here at mitigation, boom, fly through it. Then at the breaker, what'd it do? Stopped at the breaker, stopped at the breaker, boom, fly through it. When I saw that, I was like, whoa, something's going on here. Something's going on that's very, very bullish, and we need to pay attention to it. So I did. And I started looking at all the breaks in here and measuring out all the different holes and areas and gaps and whatnot. That's where I came up with this line right here. Basically the kind of the middle line, I guess you could say, between here and here. Trying to see how I could gauge how far into this, if it got into this, if it would come out of it, stay above it, then I knew we were bullish, basically. So that's exactly what it did. It came into it, came into the area, the mitigation area, boom, pulled back out, came back down to that same exact line, then sure enough, stayed along track, stayed along the path, and woof, took off. There we go. Now that we've taken off, now what's next? Everything. Here. One rectangle here, here, all the way down to here pretty much. That is bearish. Or not bearish, but bullish. Bullish area. So it pulls back into this gap, pulls back out, hits the top of it, comes up, hits the top of it, comes to the top of it, so it finally slides through and goes underneath it. I'm gonna use this all the way across because I have a feeling this has some significance. Boom, there it is. Finally hits the top of it, hits the top of it again, down, comes back up, bottom of it, and then boom, there's the fall. Knew that would have some significance. Anytime you see a big green candle that just does something like this, figure out what is going on, because something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. Sorry, I had to wet my whistle. Get a little perched. But yeah, figure out something that is going on, because something is going to happen. As you can see, both of those times, just take a look at them. I'm gonna sit here and let you look at them for just a second. Both of these green areas see if you can try to figure out what's going on. That's just a thing. You don't really know exactly what it is, but you know something is going to happen, right? Something is going to happen. Here, I measured about halfway through. I think I want to say, let me see here. Go with the hour. It. I never 30 minutes. That. I'm trying to figure out how I got this yellow line here. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I have no idea. It's a 4-hour thing. Possibly be it. This. Encroachment. There it is. Okay, so it is a 4-hour thing. So, 4-hour chart. This gap and this gap go 50% halfway through 4-hour chart. Have through that line, through that yellow line. Equilibrium. Halfway through. So I wanted to see if it was going to stay above it or below it, or I just wanted to see what was going to happen. Generally, that's always the best way to figure out what's going to happen. Do some kind of chart or kind of price action is find out some kind of gap that is in there, then measure half of it, and see what the reaction is at that half. Generally, you'll find a lot of good information. So with this one, what we found was that, look, all the bodies stayed above it. all the 4 hours, the body stayed above that 4 hour halfway point, stayed above, and then all of a sudden, boom, take off. Right now we got boom, take off. What we got next? Well, first we got another big green area. That's another thing I didn't do. Hold on, let me actually delete this, because what I want to do is do the same thing I did the last one. Here, these wicks reach up here though. I don't want the wicks. I went in between the wicks. Here we have last of the wick. We have a body, no wick in between it. Way through. Hell. Different ones. Oh, where'd it go? I have to. Way too much going on over here. Actually, Ethereum is looking good for I thought it was looking trade, but oh. Okay, anyways. Ethereum, Bitcoin. Hello, what am I? Oh, 5 minutes. 5-minute marker. Faster. Alright, so 4-hour marker. 4-hour chart. Here. Be a green candle to here. Halfway through. This. Look at this. I put liquidity. Price will be drawn in this direction. Boom. Sure enough. Price was drawn in that direction. Did a bot down here. I made this last night. I wish I would have put a buy limit. Buy limit. Anyways, I want to figure out what's going on up here. Look and find out for future. Bar we found similar. Go halfway through. Look at that. Bodies of the candles stay above. Till boom goes below. Now we got one body of the candle stays below. Right now. Now you have something similar. Get up. Balls. This one, if you get a big green candle halfway through, comes down to it, gets halfway point, goes below it, closes in gap. What do I mean by gap? I mean this point over this. Closes it in. Still stays above it. Stays above it. Stays above it. But we're not getting a new high. Bitcoin reached its down. Couldn't reach. Then we had four bearish candles. Maybe that was the sign. Because we found the sign over here. Boom. Stayed above it. Boom, it ran up. After the bullish candles here. Boom, fell. Now what we're looking at is liquidity points. Liquidity points have been reached. Now I think Bitcoin's going to start going back down. My friend Marty, no. Now what I think will happen, I had drawn last night in 5 minutes. I had a box from here to here. Basically what I said was I said short that coming into the box but didn't get above the halfway point. So boom, here if we came into the box, short it here. I left this here. Like I said, I wish I would have set a buy limit. I really wish I would have set a buy limit at the very bottom, just to try to see if I would have hit that, and I would have boom. Comes back up. It's this. It's the same box. Fills it in. Fills in the box. Right, so we got 2 fill in of the boxes. Not kind of, it's on. Back up. Here's the liquidity points right here we were talking about. That got up high enough after the drop. Just got above those. And it pulled back down below those. Just usual. Usually does. Especially for the people that have the stop runs. Buy stops. Buy stop. Trigger those. Pull back. Take them out. Up again. Now it's got people questioning where it's going to go. Go up or is it going to go down? A lot of people think it's going to go up. I think it's going to go down. I think here is the level we need to look at. For 0543. Come down, take out this liquidity. Up. Come down, take out this liquidity. Up. Back down. Here there is also a bearish order block. That happens. Finally start to see. All these. Oh. My personal take on Bitcoin. Like it or not. Will be 5 minutes. Here. Damn, I got. for the look. And take a picture, spread it around social media, and thoughts are on it. Right. Next thing I want to look at Neo. What is going on with Neo? On fire. Actually put my Bitcoin holdings in Neo after the drop, just because I've been watching Neo and steadily it's just been growing surprisingly awesomely fast. And that last night was that last night it didn't even drop that far. It dropped enough where it took out some liquidity. Was it back down, equalizer, boom, took off. Look at this. Here you go. Here's a big green candle. Investigate. Get big green candles. That's what I like to do. This is what smart money is about. There's a big green candle. There. Green line there. I think that was from. How about that? At 4 hour. Order. Sure, that makes 5 minute of the half. I just did the 5 minute. Kind of close, but we're close. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's what it is. 15 minute. There you go. That was whatever. Here. over. Got them all over the place. Doesn't matter. Taking off. Jeez. But something is gonna have to happen. I come back down into here. Now I want to see what kind of reaction happens whenever it does get back down in. It will happen. It will happen. We'll get back down into this area and there will be a reaction. We're gonna have to see what kind of reaction that we got going. Rectangle here. Big green. Last high. Okay. High of the highs. Okay. Trying to have soft highs. Those are going to be. This is the candle that breaks the high. Takes. Eight wicks in 5 minutes. Sure, and have the right one. A. That I just outlined exactly 71.5 and the 100. Perfect buying spot. But just below that, all of the halfway points of the different time frames of the green candles. So this is going to be an interesting study of Neo. Right, enough of that. Now let's go to SPX. Let's go what's going on with 4 hours of SP. You know, at the end of the day on Friday, it was trying to hang on. Still going up, but trying to hang on. So we are at 41.81 per Friday, April. There's the Question is, what could happen to the S&P this week? See, there's a lot of gaps down in here with liquidity that needs to be burned underneath it. I think this week SPX is going to not rally. I think we're finally going to see a little bit of a slowing down in the S&P. Market can't move like this forever. So Bitcoin, if it does, crashes. I think Monday. You know what? Let's check out Forex Factory. That's one thing we haven't done. We haven't checked out Forex Factory. I've been on for an hour and a half. Hey, everybody, use DuckDuckGo. Don't use Google. Tomorrow we have Great British Pound. Actually, that was today. Why would they announce it at mid time? Going on tomorrow. Tentative Euro. Nothing too big. Wednesday is Australia New Zealand Day. That might be during the Asian session movement. GBP's unemployment rate comes out Wednesday early in the morning as well. Well, 1 o'clock in the morning. That should have some impact on Tuesday. Is that Monday? Where am I at? Sunday. Day. Wednesday. This is still Tuesday. Hello. One. Alright. Wednesday. Alright, Wednesday we got some things on the board. Here we go. Governor Bailey speaks at 5:30 in the morning. CAD CPI, 9 o'clock. We have Bank of Canada. CAD things happening on Wednesday, so I would be preparing for some UCAD stuff this week if I were you. The things I usually don't prepare for, I would be preparing for. USD, USD, AUD, USD, and USD CAD. And I usually prepare for USD or Euro USD and GBP USD. And let's see happening Thursday. All right, European monetary policy statement. So that should move things around. Euro. Here we go. ECB press conference. Employment claims for the U.S. USD could be a Thursday mover. Direction, we'll find out when we get there, but right now we're still bearish dollar, bullish Foreign currencies. And Friday, wow. Friday should be a mover for our both USD GBP and USD, or Euro USD. Sorry, GBP USD and Euro. So, for the end of the week is when we start getting things rolling. Interesting. Have much going on during the beginning of the week. Just towards the end. Tomorrow's gonna be a boring day. Probably won't trade tomorrow. Even then, here, let's check out a Kano day. We get the 20-year bond auction on Wednesday. Full of stuff. I have a feeling this 20-year bond auction going to hit home for it. Alright, all that being said, let's go back to the SPX. Happened. No, not App Swap. Alright. There was a drop. Like it opened up lower, even came down lower. Now it's just filled in the gap. The X is just now filled in the gap, opening up lower. Usually means continuation lower. What that usually means. Because find I was looking at something wrong. I was like, right? Look at that Bitcoin. Okay, so yeah, it just now, like it covered up gap, not covered up the gap that it's made yet. Could be likely to fall, then come back up, cover it up. So, looks like to me, 41.79. Where it's showing the gap close. So what I'm thinking is that if this is going to go up for 2 days and go down for the rest of the week, what would it do? It would find the first order block. This, here we go. Order block there. This. Because it's also 215. The 5-minute, the order block's at the bottom. 15-minute, the order block is at the top. Both. Fifteen minutes have all been rebalanced. Little bit of a fair value gap in here. Not much. Where it hits the order block. Redeliver rebalance right here. That candle overtakes this candle right here. Maybe that's why this came all the way down here. Okay, maybe that's already been taken care of. But look at this. This is gold. Gold for shorters. Everybody thinking that that's a short zone. Literally, it's not. Could come down through here, take out this liquidity. Now you have I would say this is where you're going for the week. I'd say somehow we're gonna come down here, hit this, come back up. I don't think we may reach new highs, we may not. We may reach new highs, and then we're gonna all the way back down into here. My personal belief. What do you guys think? Think maybe it's gonna try to clear this liquidity here first. Feel like it's acting like it's got it covered. Acting like it's got gap covered, but it doesn't. It's leaving a little part of the gap open for it to come back to. I feel like it's gonna fall. Probably take out sell side liquidity there. Short little sell side liquidity. Either hit the 5-minute or the clock. I do think it. I think it'll take out the sell side liquidity, pull back a little bit, come down here, or come down here. Either or. We should see it come up. And I'm offline. Offline. Okay. Picked off my people. Stupid thing said it was not connected to the internet, but I was. Okay, so I think it could possibly come down here, clear out this sell side liquidity, pull back up, come down, hit these two, then pull up, and finally close the gap. And after that, talking about we're talking about here. I think that's worth the fall. If not, they could here, it could come back up, order block, then fall. But ultimately see all this going before the end of the week. Okay, that is. We're gonna be down in here. All right, that's just my personal opinion. That's what I think is going to be happening with the SPX. Check out what's going on with Nasdaq. Well, if the Nasdaq is any indicator of what the SPX is, I am completely wrong. SPX might decide to through gap, but then again, Nasdaq. Thing to highs, it did break above that, but it didn't break this high. Lots of liquidity sitting below. Please look at that too. All that. Something just tells me Nasdaq's going down this week. Lows here. Gaps in here. An hour different. Hour. Uh, a lot of space to be in. Hit this block, pull back up, back down. Yes, no, it's almost things are gonna pick up in the morning. See where we're at. See that Nasdaq. No, equal highs. High up and that. This shoots down. doesn't going up, but kind of stopped. Above. Buy side liquidity starts pull back. Back in fair value gap. Interesting. Because it's interesting because of the buy side liquidity that it comes and takes out. Have the all-time high here. Sitting right there. The other liquidity. All right. I'm done with SPX. I think I'm done with NAS. How about we get on to some gold? Huh? That we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about gold. Hold on. Neo is that? That? Bitcoin? Yeah? On its way up. Gold. Gold, gold, gold. Oh, your gold, people. Roll it and smoke it. Next, come on. All right, so with looking at dollar being yeah, let's look at the dollar at this one. Look at the daily. Dollar is down. Pull it up a little bit. Pulling up. It doesn't have to. Rather see it not. But could pull into that fair value gap. But liquidity below here, this is where I think for the dollar to go. We're looking for the dollar to go low. And hit this sell side liquidity. You're looking for gold, go up. Daily. Dollar started off up. Starting to down. Oh, it filled in. Why? Filled in a fair value gap right there. Didn't have to. Their red candle. Now it's starting to scoot down. Gold. AUUSD. Look at the day of it. Or to the dollar, but opposite. Kinda not. Thing is that Gold has double. So we are looking for gold to go up. Closed in. Fair value gap. Back in balance. Back here. This was back to dollar. Back and rebalance. And gold would also. Now I'm looking at the daily chart here. And daily chart doesn't have to come down here and slide in. So take a look at the 4-hour here. Pulling back into these fair value gaps. Could take days. Those could here and fall down to here. Actually it could fall all the way down to here, but I would be afraid of. Watch the dollar on this. Dollar, see, all the way back down. Did though. That's where you pull the trigger. And again, just below that is double-edged sword. But walk right here. Too many of these right here. Push this. Got a couple different scenarios here with gold. Daily order block that I hit. Daily order block it filled in. Kind of chilling in that area. What it's gonna do next. Could fall out. Not really fall out, but fall down. Get into one of these fair value gaps. Up. On over here on this mountain. Thing is rebalanced. You got a small little fair value gap right here. Tiny one. Tiny one, but big enough for it to want to try to reach it. More like that. And again, there's your liquidity. Got plenty of spaces to reach up north. Like SPX, I think it may have closed the gap by now. Most. I put some money into Neo, but I think it might go down. Okay, finally closed in the gap. Means it's hopefully going the other way. Anyways, it is now 2.5 hours into this recording. It is 11:34. I have to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Thank you all for staying with me and going through my analyzation, going through my charts, going through whatever it is that I do that I go through. I had some people in here that would actually chat. That would be most likely awesome, because then we could go back and forth and talk about different things and all that good stuff. 1 second here. Anyways, I just wanted to say goodnight. Thank you all very much. Tuning in. Hopefully, some of this helped you guys out. Hopefully, we'll be looking for some of these things in the morning. We can continue on and make some money together. Feeling good after the other night. making some good money. The rebound of the crypto crash.